Why are the Niners constantly involved in quarterback rumors? I mean, every freaking time a quarterback is available, it's like, oh, the Niners could be interested.
It's pretty annoying, but also fun for us because we get to talk about it. But I can say from a fan's perspective, it's like, dude, just shut up already. I'm tired. I'm annoyed. But like, hey, even if it's legitimate or not, which it seems most of them are not legitimate, but either way, it's still something to talk about. Fans, do not get annoyed with the people who are mentioning them and being rumors. Blame your team, because the team is the reason why all these guys are. There's the instability at quarterback. It's a circus show. It's practically a guarantee that every year, and that the only reason why those quarterback rumors being attached, again, legitimate or not, is because there's no answer there. You don't see teams like the Chiefs, Chargers, Cowboys, Bills, Bengals, Eagles, and so many other playoff teams get mentioned in these rumors. Why? There's no instability there. Just last training camp. You know what put the cherry on top about how bizarre and how much of a circus show quarterback position is for the 49ers? They had Jimmy Garoppolo 20 yards away throwing next to Trey Lance on the other side of the field, getting his own workout in. The guy who's just replacing Garoppolo. So everything's always bizarre with this team in the quarterback position. Everything is always to a T precise, except for quarterback. They can't figure it out. So until you can figure it out, this is their own doing, and it's deserved.
And what's funny about the Niners is, like, the reputation is, man, they're a quarterback away, and if they could just get the quarterback, they'll win the Super Bowl. And they also say, like, man, it's the perfect place for a quarterback too, right? Because you got all these weapons, you got this defense, and yet at the same time, it's like the worst place for a quarterback because there's super high expectations. If you lose, it's your fault, and man, you're gonna get hurt. Like most. Every single guy does. So it's like it's a gift and a curse. It's a blessing and all that. Do you really want to play quarterback for the 49ers? Your stock might go up for like a month or two, but I don't know.
It's just not the good place to be, like a young and up and coming quarterback. And I mean, like,
no.
I think when we talked about last week, like, do the 49ers, like, what was it, like, regret with Trey Lance, or should they have done something different? And I think, like, I remember one of my I remember when we were talking about Trey Lance when he first got drafted, or no, the process of who the 49ers are going to take, Mac Jones, Justin Fields, all that stuff. I personally was saying Justin Fields because it's like, look, all these quarterbacks have more experience than Lance. You want to trust a guy who's still kind of like raw. So I think when you're a quarterback, you want someone who's already like, we don't have to do too much with you. We already know what you are, and hopefully you get a little better, and hopefully the talent around you uplifts you better. The same way the Eagles did, right? It's like, all right, Jalen Hurts has all this playing time. We're hoping like we put him into the offense. He gets a little better ongoing, and the talent around him, AJ Brown, other pieces they put to make him better.
Right.
Uplifts them, and it works.
Yeah,
it works. So that's the thing. It's something that there's already something to work with, not something that's like a complete mystery that we have to unsolve as we continue to peel back layers to see what you are.
Yeah, and it's funny. Like the Eagles made their quarterback the center of their franchise. We're gonna make Jalen Hurts a franchise quarterback. It's the most important thing. The Niners are like, man, we just need a guy. We just need a guy who can win right now. We don't want to develop anyone. Like, man, we're so good. Can we just get a quarterback who's competent? It's a whole different attitude, right? It's like this impatience and this frustration, and it's like they're entitled to a quarterback that's on their level. When it's like that takes time. It's like making wine. You know what I mean? It's a very delicate process. It takes a long time. And the Niners they're over there making like root beer. You know what I mean? Can we just get a drink right now? I'm thirsty. That's how they're doing it at quarterback. So there's like all these quick fixes, right? It's always a quick fix at the Niners, at quarterback for the 49ers. And Joe Montana wasn't a quick fix. That took 3 years. Steve Young took freaking 4 or 5 years. Like, I don't know.
Winning's a drug. And after you got Brock Purdy on that
Winning's a drug.
And again, the fact he didn't lose, it was on a playoff team, he actually played well, elevated the offense, and actually won multiple playoff games. It's like, oh, hell no, we can't go back to Trey now.
Hold on. You said winning's a drug. Remember, this team went 2-14, and then they went 1-10 before Jimmy came here. So that was 3-24. There was a 3-24 stretch where the Niners were like really disgusting, like the worst team in the league. And then since then, there's been, they've been in the mix with Scotty Fox on Cameo, but they haven't won the Super Bowl. But it feels good after following a 3-24 stretch. That's 2 years of being awful,
terrible.
Terrible.
Like, so that's why he always attracts to Kirk Cousins and stuff like that. It's like, he's already proven we just put him in. I know he has his flaws, but my hope is I can play call things, and other talent around him will bridge that gap and make those inconsistencies not as inconsistent, I guess we would say. Making sure his flaws always not always there.
Yeah, and it's like also the Niners can say whatever they want to say at quarterback. Like, oh, we like our room. We like it's cheap, it's young. We got 3 guys. Like, as long as you're a win now team and a contender and you don't know who your quarterback is, like, people are going to have these conversations regardless of what you want to do. And this isn't necessarily – this is a decision you have to make. Aaron Rodgers is available. It's not really up to you. What's the best thing for your franchise? And if you don't make it, like, then it's just another list of quarterbacks you passed on because, you know, so far the list is, what is it? Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady, Matthew Stafford. Guys you could have had but didn't really – either pick or make a aggressive enough move for. That's 3. And all of them have won Super Bowls since you passed on them. So here's number 4, Aaron Rodgers. If you don't want him, where's he going to go? Is he going to win a Super Bowl there? You got to have that conversation. You've already messed this up 3 times. So that's why they're in it, because they don't have a quarterback, no matter how much they say they like Brock Purdy.